Welcome to day 3 of the Build with AI series with Steven. Today we'll be building our very first app. The app we'll be building today is called a skill gap analyzer. It's an application for career professionals to analyze their current skills, know what they need to upskill in to get their desired role, and also get even learning resources to upskill. When it comes to building with AI, I personally use a 4-phase building process. The first phase is the brainstorming. In this phase, you have a back and forth with AI that allows you to shape exactly what this application would be about, what the features would be, what the capabilities would be. And by the end of that, you have a very clear blueprint of exactly what you want to build. Then you can use that to begin the process of vibe coding or building. Let's go ahead and do the brainstorming phase for the skill gap analyzer application. For our brainstorming phase, we'll be using a tool called Google Gemini. Google Gemini is a default AI chat tool from Google itself, although it has a lot of other capabilities. Now, this is the prompt we'll use for this brainstorming. Let's just copy this brainstorming prompt and paste it here. By the way, you can get this prompt in the description of the YouTube video. It says, I want to build a skill gap analyzer. Ask me questions, one question at a time, that will help me build this app. Give me options, context, and recommendations for each question. Now, what this prompt will do is that it puts you in a back and forth conversation with AI for you to align on exactly what this app will be about. So let's just click on send here. All right, it's currently loading. Okay, so the first question is, who is the primary user and what's their main goal? And there are 3 options here for us, right? The first is an individual, and the context is if the user wants to analyze their own skills against a desired career path, a specific job, or just for personal growth. There's also the option of a team manager for team development and the option of an HR department. Now, because of what we want to build, we're going to select the first option, which is an individual. So I'll just go ahead and type 1 here. It's even recommending that we should select option 1 or option 2. So let me just click on 1 here. Now, it brings up the next question, which is, how will the app determine the target or goal skills the user is aiming for? That means, how is this app going to know what the target of the user is? And there are some options here. The first is a role-based library, where the user will select a target role from a list of roles. It has its pros and cons here. You can read through that. It has its recommendations. The second is job description. The third is manual entry. And the recommendation from AI is that we should use option 2, which is job description. However, the thing with brainstorming is you don't have to select just what AI has given you. If you have something in mind, all right, you can actually go ahead and indicate that here. So for example, I think I want a combination of people being able to put in a job description or put in a particular role, while AI can get the typical job description for that role. So I'm going to say 2 and 1, but the user should be able to impute the role he wants, and AI gets skills in real time based on the selected role. I'm going to add something here, not hard-coded. Hard-coded means things that are already pre-selected in the development process. We don't want this hard-coded. We want it to be what the user imputes per time. All right, so let me send this out. Okay, so that has been imputed. The question 3 is, how should the user impute their current skills? The first option is parsing the document, which is you upload your CV or resume, and AI is able to scan through it and get your skills from there. The second is manual entry, where you put in your target skills. And the third is guided assessments, where you will get asked some questions, and based on your responses, AI can decide what skill level you're on. There's also the fourth option, which is integration with GitHub or LinkedIn to maybe analyze code or pull your endorsed skills and things like that. Although each of these things has its pros and cons, we're going to select a combination of 1 and 2, but there should be an option where people can indicate their skill level, maybe on a scale of 1 to 5, right? For the user to indicate skill level on a scale of 1 to 5. Okay, so the next question is about the proficiency level that we just talked about. What do the numbers on your 1 to 5 proficiency scale actually mean? All right, so it's either simple labels, no experience, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. Behavioral anchors. For example, if it's a skill like Python, I can read and understand Python script. Then the next one is no labels. I think I'm just going to go ahead and choose option 1, which is a simple label where you can just select if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, and things like that. Good, so we're making progress, as you can see. Question 5 is, what is the main output the user sees after the analysis is complete? Is it a simple gap list? Is it a visual dashboard? Is it a prioritized action plan? I think I like a combination of option 2 and option 3. So I'll just go ahead and say 2 and 3. That is the dashboard and also the action plan. Now we have question number 6 here. Once the app shows a gap, what should it provide to help the user close that gap? Should it be nothing? Should it share integrated learning resources? Should it share projects or experience recommendations? I think option 2 and 3 would be better. So it shares some list of resources that can help the user learn, and then also share, ideas for projects that they can take. So I would say options 2 and 3. I can just put 2 and 3, anyone is fine. Okay, so this is it. Our app blueprint is ready. Can you see this? So we're done with our brainstorming. If there's something you would want in this application that has not already been raised up by AI, that's your brainstorming partner. This is the time where you actually add it. Let's say there's a feature you want, let's say there's a particular color code you want, or whatever it is, whether a design style, whatever it is, this is the time you can add it so that it gets included in the information for this brainstorming. So this is the entire app blueprint for our skill gap analyzer. And at this point, we have come to the end of the phase 1 of building an app with AI, which is the brainstorming phase. Now for this first tool, we're not going to do the generation of build prompts. What we're going to do is we'll take the conclusion of the brainstorming phase directly to Google AI Studio, which is our vibe coding tool, and we'll use it to build this app. Let's get right into that. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. I'll just copy from skill gap analyzer down to this place. And then I'll go to Google AI Studio. By the way, this is Google AI Studio. It has quite a number of features, but we're just going to paste our idea here. If you want to get to Google AI Studio, go to aistudio.google.com. Now let's edit some parts of it. Let's remove this. And I will click on build. All right, so this is it. It's going through the conclusion of our brainstorm and it's trying to build the skill gap analyzer. Okay, so this is it. The tool is built. You can actually go ahead and test this out either by using a job description here or a role title. Let's just use a title, for example, of a senior product manager. And I click on analyze skills here. Okay, so it has brought out a number of skills that a senior product manager should have. And then you're supposed to then select what your current proficiency is for these skills. So product strategy and vision, what's your proficiency here? It can be proficient, that's 4. Data analysis can be 3. We're just doing this as an example. Cross-functional leadership, maybe a 3 here. Communication, maybe a 3. Technical, stakeholder management, maybe a 4. Roadmap development and prioritization, maybe an expert here. Grab with this. Problem solving, maybe a 3. Methodologies here, maybe a 4. Then I'll click on generate my action plan. By the way, this is using Gemini's AI. All right, so that's still loading. Can you see this? So it has loaded. This is your skill gap analysis. Since you've built a solid foundation in product management with expertise in roadmap development, the action plan is designed to elevate your strategic impact by focusing on these particular things. And this is based on what you selected. Okay, so this is a simple map that shows how you're doing in each of the phases or in each of the skills. This is your prioritized action plan with even some lessons for you. Can you see? So you see that these are exact resources that you can use to upskill. For example, if I click on this place that says SQL Beginners Full Course, you can see it takes me to a YouTube video. And this video is actually an SQL tutorial full database course for beginners. This is just an ad. Let me skip this. So can you see this? So you have this tutorial here. So the tool actually recommends resources for you to use to upskill and then puts this together based on priority. You can go back here and click on start a new analysis, and then it takes you back to the first point. This is an entire functioning tool that you can use to analyze your skill gaps and even get you resources that you can use to upskill. Now, this is the base version of this tool. The interesting thing is that sometimes you can literally ask AI what improvements can be made and it will recommend it to you. Let's try that practically. So I can just go to the chat box and say, analyze this app and recommend improvements across various areas, including UI, UX, and functionality or features. All right, so Gemini itself is actually going to analyze the entire app and recommend improvements to it. So let's wait for that to happen. All right, so can you see this is coming up? These are the recommendations it's giving. First, it's saying that we need to introduce the ability for people to upload their CVs. It also wants us to implement an editable skill list. Also an export to PDF feature where you can export your analysis dashboard to PDF and have it with you. Then some improvements in the user experience. For example, merging the resume and target skills, adding a progress indicator, putting some user experience solutions like positive reinforcements. Also, it is recommending some user interface improvements here, refining the radar charts, enhancing the action plan cards, and things like this. I can literally just tell it to go ahead and implement all these improvements and see what happens with this. Implement these recommendations. All right, so let's see. All right, so this is this. The improvements have been done. Let's just go ahead and try this one more time. So I'm going to put a row here. For example, let me just put senior marketing manager. To analyze this row. Now there's a step 2 where you can add the skills you have here, or you can literally just skip it and continue. These are the skills that it has brought for you based on the role you imputed. So budget management, of course, because you're talking about marketing. So let me just put this as proficient, and put communication as 3, content strategy as 4, automation as experts, collaboration with this. I'm just using this as example responses. Leadership and team management, I'll put it at 4 here. Marketing analytics as 5, project management at 3. Planning and execution and put it as 4. Then if there's a skill that is not included, if you notice this option was not there the first time. So now if there's a skill that is not among the analysis, you can literally manually add a skill here. For example, I can add a skill. I can just put, for example, let me say Facebook ads, even though this may not be very necessary right now. But let me just put Facebook ads. I can click on add here. I can put my proficiency as expert, right? Then click on generate my action plan. So this loads. The Gemini function is being called here. This uses Gemini 2.5 Pro for this particular feature. All right, so that's still loading at the moment. All right, now our analysis is ready. This is the radar chart that shows you your level. Your level is the smaller one inside. The green one out is where you need to get to. That's your target level. It shows you your top strengths and also your action plan. So there's a video here, a project management full course here. If I click on this, it takes you to YouTube. Oh, it says this video is not available anymore. That means that link may be down. By the way, this can be an improvement on the app so that it can cross-check the links before you put it out there. Let me see if this one is the same thing. Oh, you see this one is correct. So this is actually a correct link, but the YouTube link was not correct. Let's check this other YouTube link here. This wasn't correct, so the video link wasn't correct. Let me check this last video. Oh, this video was correct. So you see, it seems as though some of the links are sending you to correct places where some are not. You can always create another prompt that allows it to double check and cross check the links that is coming out, and that's literally an agentic workflow. But if you see, there's a new option here that says download reports. So I can literally click on download reports, and it's supposed to download this entire report that has been generated, which is a new feature that has been added to the app. So the way this app is, you can then go ahead and just share it. There'll be an entire session on deploying apps in a very standard way for real world use. But for this particular app, I'll just click on this share button at the top right here. So if I click on publish this app and I click on copy here, I can literally open this in another browser window. Can you see? So this is the app here, and it can be used by someone else provided you have your own Google account. A second step for this would be actually deploying the app, which is something I can also do, and that's because I already have my Cloud Run service ready. So I can literally create a new project and deploy the app, but I will not be doing that for this particular app. For this particular first tool, we'll be stopping it at this stage where we are sharing a link to the app that can be used by someone else that has a Google account. So just as a recap, we've created a tool that allows you to know the exact skills you need to learn to either be promoted in your current role or transition to a new desired role. Now tell me, is this a tool you'd like to use for yourself? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in day 4 of the Build with AI series. Make AI work for you.